Hey, everybody, get in here and welcome back to the Morning Yank. How are you today, Paul? My
I'm
co-host,
good.
Paul
I'm good.
Jones.
Just
I am
getting
Shawn Yankee,
getting
and this
set
is the
up.
Morning Yank. You can't get your headphones on. There you go.
There we go.
There you go. You got it.
Nice.
Good job. I
So
knew
what's
you were gonna
happening? How are you this morning?
I'm doing good. Ready to drop some truth on the people today and during the Morning Yank. I've been plugging away, though, on the new website, the
I see that.
ShawnYankieShow.com. And I'm going to be promoting the shit out of that. So anytime I can get it out of my mouth, I'm going to, because that's our new home.
That's what you
All of
got to
our
do. You
stuff
got to
is going
say
to
it.
eventually hub out of there.
Well, you got to use the fluoride to your advantage. So you got to say ShawnYankieshow.com constantly, like over and over again. But not over and over again. You got to like slip it in there every now and then eventually it'll just fucking stick to their mind. Use the fluoride to your advantage.
Hell yeah. ShawnYankieShow.com, by the way. It's a fantastic website. It is amazing. And it's made by the Shawn Yankee Show. So it's
I don't
going to
know if
be
it's amazing. I don't know if
Well,
it's
what are you talking
amazing.
about? Have you even been there?
No.
See? I don't think you should say anything until you go. I'm obsessive and I've been working my ass off on it. But
No, I did see it. It looks great. You're doing a great job. And
I'm trying.
for the technology that you're using, the platform that you're using, you're literally using it to its fullest capabilities. So what you're doing on there, you're already fucking doing better than most people do with that platform.
I'm killing it. It made me
You're killing
tired
it.
the first day. I got so overwhelmed the first day doing that website that I went to bed and slept for 12 hours. I felt so
Nice.
frustrated and just mentally exhausted. But then it clicked and I started being able to figure it out.
Just
So
like
my stubbornness pays off.
just like anything else, like Facebook and shit. The first time you use it, everything looks weird.
Mm-hmm. It's just this was just a little more complicated than Facebook. It reminded me of Algebra 2 class or geometry. My brain was like, no, I don't want to do this.
So you have empty pipes today?
This morning.
You got empty bowls today?
I got empty pipes, man. I'm waiting for a call. I got the money burning a hole in my pocket, but I'm just waiting for my guy to call. And I'm on my way. But yeah, we got a little bit of miscommunication. That's what happens.
Well, hey, speaking of, why don't we talk about the upcoming telethon, empty bowl-a-thon.
The empty bowl-a-thon. Yeah. We are having a fundraiser for the ShawnYankieShow.com this Sunday. We're going to watch some of the best conspiracy theories and chill videos. Me and Paul are going to host it. So it's going to be a long form morning yank, basically. We'll be coming on between each video and hanging out, talking about the videos, talking to you guys, and begging for support to help build this new website because we want to be able to stream there. We want to be able to put our content there because, as you know, last week we got locked in YouTube jail on this show and we got kicked on YouTube. And we also received a content warning on Facebook that we are about to be kicked over there. So we're wanting to become self-sustaining, and it costs for that. So we're going to raise the funds. That's what we're doing on Sunday is raising the funds to be able to stream over on Gab. We're going to move a lot of our social media part, and most people are anyway. They're getting 70,000 new users a day. They're overwhelmed.
They are.
They are. It loads sometimes it don't, but be patient with it because they have their own servers. That's why it's going to be great. They are a free speech platform with their own servers. So they can't do to Parlay what they can't do to them what they did to Parlay.
Did you see why they started that?
Well, it seemed to be that the owner, one of the main owners, is very religious. Well, that's not allowed anywhere. You can't speak about God. So I see why he did, but I haven't looked into the other investors yet. But he's very passionate. The Andrew Torbo guy.
Yeah. He believes that Christians should have free speech, and they haven't had free speech in pretty much any other platform.
Well, yeah, you can't talk about God.
No, you can't. Well, look what they did the other day with Trump's speech. They were playing "Proud to Be an American," and they cut it off because of the word God. Anytime there's the word God, they cut it off, and then they'll mute it, talk over it, and then wait till it's over, and then allow the live to go ahead, audio to go ahead and play.
Ron says he got his $600 check today. I got mine the day after they announced it. Have you got yours yet?
Well, I got my Chinese sauce
too.
Oh yeah, that UBI is going to start rolling out pretty soon here.
Oh yeah, no, they're going to be one after another because this is not ending. You know, a post that's actually doing quite well from yesterday on the ShawnYankieShow.com has to do with the next pandemic that's on the way with
SPARS.
Yeah, very interesting read. It's 89 pages. The link is there on the website. Check it out. You'll be very interested. It will remind you very much of the new trailers for that movie Songbird. I haven't seen it yet, but it reminds me very much of that world with high-tech sensors to monitor you. What are we talking about there? I'm already hearing advertising for devices like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm seeing my friends on my friends list. They're like talking about how they can't wait to get the fucking juice. Like literally can't. They're talking about I can't wait. And the other one's
know
like,
one person like that, but yeah, it's frightening.
Unreal. I seen a whole thread of it, and I was like, "Are you people serious?" Like I'm not saying anything against the juice. What I'm saying is that they haven't even tested the juice yet.
Right.
I mean, you are literally the test product, just like with Xboxes and all that other shit. They used to have product testers that would make a lot of money every year. Same thing with the juice. They're not fucking they're not testing the product. They're sending it out, and we're the product testers. That's dangerous.
Well, it's been an unregulated industry since 1986, I believe. So that's not even something new, but this is the first vaccine of its kind ever. So we are literally guinea pigs right now. And they're suppressing any information about the dangers behind this jab. And you're not allowed to talk about it. That's frightening. You know, another thing that I'm gonna be shameless about this, guys. I'm telling you. Another thing we put on the ShawnYankieShow.com is an article on how censorship has been corporatized. And it's doing quite well on Facebook right now. But in a couple different groups, I'm being trolled a bit that it's okay because it's corporations. Well, that's bullshit, because what they've done is they've sold off access to all the information to the corporations, which they control. They're using them as a buffer to do things they can't legally do. So you're a bootlicker defending the corporations, because at this point, they are the alphabetical agencies. They're completely controlled by them, if not ran by them.
How many people on your friends list have posts about Assange and freeing Assange, and also are totally for the censorship of conservatives?
Oh, yeah. No, I know. You can't talk out of both sides of your mouth like that. You either believe in free speech or you don't. Like, if you realize that Julian Assange, the persecution of Julian Assange is wrong, you need to realize also that taking down 70,000 QAnon followers from Twitter and the president of the United fucking States, because you disagree with them, and Rand Paul even, is wrong as well. You know, you need to support unpopular speech. That's what needs protected. Popular speech doesn't need to be protected, but popular speech isn't always correct.
Well, that's what Ty said. Ty said that freedom of speech wasn't created for me, but it was created for my enemies.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's what it's for. And look, you gotta protect unpopular speech, because even if you disagree with it, you have to fight for the right for it to exist, because one day they're going to come for you. You know, it's that old saying, they came for the socialists and I didn't say anything because I wasn't a socialist. And they came for the whoever. I didn't say anything because I wasn't them. And when they came for me, there was no one to say anything. That's the way it works.
Yep.
They do everything slowly like a python. This has been going on for thousands of years, like you remind me of all the time. Anytime I try to say hundreds, it's thousands.
It's thousands. It's documented too.
Oh, I know. It's a long-form plan. They're very patient.
Oh yeah, I mean, doesn't this seem like a military operation? What's going on right now? So,
Well, it is. I got told this isn't a coup because the military wasn't involved. The military is involved.
they're not.
And the weaponry.
What do
No,
you
it's
mean they're not
different.
involved?
Right. Exactly. Go ahead.
But
Exactly.
the way that a military coup takes over, when they take over other countries like Iraq, for instance, when you really look at Iraq, what we did was we started to hit them with "My name is Steve." We were hitting them with propaganda, media constantly before we even went there, and then we fucking showed up. We took out their means of communication. We took down their social media networks. We took down all their TV programming, and then we took over it and started hitting them with more propaganda. And then we started dropping bombs. Well, here, instead of dropping bombs, we dropped the Rona. Same thing, because we dropped the bombs in Iraq to keep people in their houses. We dropped the bomb. We dropped the Rona here to keep people in their houses. This is literally lining up. And then now they're bringing in the National Guard. They're bringing in like 10% of the military. And recently, a lot of the service members, the reservists, are being called in. They're being called into their main headquarters. So we're literally looking at a military coup right now. This is exactly how we do it in other countries. Nothing's changed. They don't even change the play. All I'm saying is people need to get prepared because something's about to happen. Whether it happens today or it happens a year from now, be prepared. We had 12 years ago, we had that great blackout. Nobody was prepared. That should have told us that you better fucking be prepared for something like that. It can happen at any second. Any second. You could be in the middle of taking a shit watching this show right now, and it could happen. You don't know. And literally, I'd say a good 90% of Americans wouldn't last 72 hours. Wouldn't last 72 hours. Still today, even after the blackout, knowing damn well that could happen again.
No, you're right. I think you're even being a little liberal in your figures. I know I'd be screwed, and I know it's coming. Isn't that weird?
Shawn, it's less than $50. You could be prepared for at least 2 weeks for less than $50. What you're going to do is you're going to get a couple cinder blocks, some candles for your heat, and then the heat with the cinder blocks. Remember, we talked about that the other day. You just take a cinder block, move it sideways. It's got 2 holes in it. You put a candle in each hole, and that thing heats up that cinder block nice and warm, nice and toasty. And if you put one in each room, you should be good to go. And if you get a lot of candles, get a couple cinder blocks, and get boxed and canned foods. Now, you're not going to get the food you like to eat. You're not going for McDonald's and shit like that, or you're not going for the high-end foods. You're getting the shit that you could get like 100 cans for 50 cents type shit. And you fucking, for $50, you can literally be prepped for a couple weeks. But nobody wants to do that. They want to take their $50 and put it somewhere else. So we got to teach people, if they don't. And the thing is it's not that people don't want to do it. They just don't know what it takes. They don't know what it entails, how much money it's going to take, what they have to do. It's a hard thing to do if you don't know what you're doing.
So tell me how you would spend your $50.
How I'd spend my $50? I would get a case, which is probably about $6 or $7 a case of those little tea candles. I would go get a cinder block out of the fucking shed, put that right in the middle of the house, and then I would put the candles in it, and that would keep that cinder block hot, like a wood burning stove. If you've ever seen one of them small wood burners that people have in their garages, it's literally the same exact thing, and you get the same exact heat. So that's $7 right there. And then the rest is going to go into fucking batteries and canned foods and dry goods. And my water, I've already been saving. Every time we empty out a milk jug, I wash it out, and then I fill it with water. I let it sit overnight without a cap on it, and then I flick all the bubbles off of it because those bubbles are the fumes and everything. So what it does is it turns it into fucking zero water, fully fucking zero water. It has no pH.
Lolly said the candles will burn longer if they've been stored in a freezer, so keep them outside if you don't have room in your freezer.
I've heard that too.
During the winter.
I've heard that too, but you're going to need heat. So you know
this cinder block trick, you just put the tea lights inside the squares.
Yep.
Do you need to cover it?
No. Nope.
And it just gets so warm it'll heat a certain area.
Oh, to heat a lot of area, just like a small wood burner. And it traps that heat, so even after the candles go out, it'll still be warm for another hour or two.
And as far as cheap food that you can stock up on, I've been hearing a lot, and I mean it's pretty logical. Rice, beans, canned goods.
Canned meat stuff, like you need protein. So like if you get the chunky soups, get the off-brand chunky soup, it's got meat in it, and that shit will stay good for 1,000 fucking years.
Right.
So you got to have canned meats, Spam. You can get Spam fucking 100 cans for $5 in some places.
Dude, for a little while, I
protein.
Spam. And
Spam's it ain't good. I like it.
If you know how to cook, you can do some shit with Spam.
I like Spam. I use it. Corned beef. We use corned beef and hash for our breakfasts and shit. That shit's really cheap. You can get a can for like 35 cents.
Right on. That's good. That's good advice too. To stock up
on Aldi.
Like that. Like it might not be what you normally eat, but I'm telling you, you're gonna be happy that you have all this stuff.
You're gonna be fucking happy. You got something to put in your stomach.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
And it's gonna be like Paul said. It's gonna happen out of nowhere. You won't be ready. As ready as you think you are, you're gonna be caught with your pants down. So.
Yeah, it's better to be over prepared than not prepared at all.
Because I put a post on my page. It's coming. That's all I said. Everybody's triggered. I didn't say shit. I just said it's coming. Something is, and you need to realize that. And you don't know when it's going to happen. And you need to be ready. It'd be better to be ready and nothing happens than to not be ready.
Yeah, it's better to be. Yeah, it's better to be over prepared than not prepared at all.
I would think. But people think it's hilarious. They're like, oh, nothing's going to happen. Any society, any great society that's ever fell, even if you don't want to follow us all the way down the rabbit hole and think there's anything nefarious going on, every society's collapsed. And it's not like the people
with their pants down.
Coming. It's not like they were like, oh, here we go. We better start rebuilding. And it just happens.
They got caught with their pants down.
Every one of them. The people who suffer. The elites, they're already protected. They do know.
Yeah, they're already squashing.
They're cashing out right now. Over the past year, they've enriched themselves 27% of their net worth. They've increased over the last year alone.
Well, they're also shutting down our lines of communication. If you think about it, through banning people and shit on Twitter and Facebook and shit like that. They're literally
exactly what they're doing. We're in a silent war. That is our communication. Everybody's like, oh, it's a private company. Twitter and Facebook, they can kick anybody off they want.
Well, then let the restaurants open up.
In bootlicking mentality, because they own information. They are fucking utilities at this point. We depend on them.
If you say that and you're against restaurants opening up, then you're a bootlicker. Flat out. You're just going with the government agenda. If you know what I'm saying? If you're saying it's okay for them to say that they're a private organization, which they're not, because for one thing, they sell advertisement space, which makes them a public entity right there. And they allow people to sign up and create accounts. Now, if they were a private entity, what they would have to do is they would have to send out invites for you to be a part of their website. So they're not sending out invites. You're allowed to sign up. Anybody's allowed to sign up. That makes it a public entity. Like the private groups on Facebook, they would be done like that, where you would have to invite them in. You don't show up on any board. You wouldn't show up on Google if Twitter was private. They wouldn't show up on Google. You would have to get an invite or know somebody on the inside, and then they have to invite you in, just like private groups. That's why they're called private. They're talking on both sides of their fucking mouths.
Yeah, no, they're public. They're public utilities. I depend on them myself. Most commerce has taken place online at this point. You can't have them running around as corporations, which we all know are people, and having all these rights. No, that's bullshit. You can't just pull down whoever you want. Anything you disagree with, you can't eliminate. That's not okay. It's not all right.
No, it's not. You can't do that.
Anyone defending it is blind to the logical conclusion that we're heading towards. You have to follow it to its logical conclusion. And once you do, you see that we're going to end up in a world where all information is owned and controlled. And yes, it won't be the government telling you no. It's somebody else. That they work on they're acting on their behalf. The powers that be, the government is bullshit anyway. So the powers that
it's starting to make sense, man. That when Kennedy said when he talked about nefarious underground organizations and secret societies, he said that these people are your garbage men. These people are your store salesmen. They're your family and friends, and you don't even know who they are. And now I think I know why. Before I'm thinking they're on the payroll, but it's not that. It's because these people are so easily fooled into defending somebody they've never met behind the curtain and turning you in to the police and turning you into the feds for shit that they've seen on TV. You know what I'm saying? So they literally, through propaganda and bullshit, they literally have millions of people working for them that don't even realize they're working for them. And it is a fucking part of Mockingbird. This is literally is what this is. It's all about mind control and manipulation.
No, we're in a war. We have been for a very long time. World War III is a silent war.
Yep.
It's a mental war. It's a propaganda war. And it's a long-term war. And that was planned out hundreds of years ago.
Easily.
And they're open about it. They've even been open about it in their media and their movies and all the predictive programming. Everything has been heading towards this climax. They've been telling us, and they always do. So we know what's coming. We know what's happening. And it's our job as leaders to prepare people. That's why I was glad you wanted to talk about preparing people today, because we need to. And I agree with you. We are in a full-blown coup.
Well, it is. The writing's on the wall.
Military weaponry being used, the silent weapons of propaganda and the control of the information.
Well, our version of the whole, our fucking homeland version of shock and awe. When Iraq, they had shock and awe. They were dropping bombs to keep people in their house. Our version of shock and awe to keep people in their house was the Rona. It's in steps, and it's exactly the same when you look at the playbook from Iraq. It's like the Dallas Cowboys in the 90s. They would never change their playbook. You knew it was coming. You could fucking predict it.
Yeah. But it kept working.
Oh, fuck yeah. Because you're basically – Kurt Warner said that. Kurt Warner said we have 5 plays. When they were the fucking greatest show on turf, Kurt Warner said he said we have 5 plays. And we're literally, here it is, fucking beat us. We think we're that much better than you. So we're going to go ahead and just play our plays. And some people are that much better. That the Cowboys team in the 90s, they were that much better than everybody else. Barry Sanders was that much better than everybody else.
Oh, he was unbelievable.
He's the greatest running back ever. The guy, I've seen him. He's got his legs were as big as fucking tree trunks and probably just as fucking hard.
He's gifted. Some people just built to do it. Like Michael Jordan was built for basketball. Roy Jones Jr. was built for box. And Barry Sanders was built to run the football. You could tell when he's doing it, he's just magical at it. People find their gift, and there's nothing that can be done.
It was effortless. With Barry, it was effortless. And he could go from 0 to 100 miles per hour in the blink of an eye, and he would lose speed. If he got out in the open, he would lose speed, but he was good. And within 3 to 5 yards, he could get at full speed. And you ain't going to stop that. You know what I'm saying? And then you're out in the open, and then he's gone. And he would make it, but he would always get caught from behind, like at the 5 or the 3, because he would lose speed. He was all about acceleration. He wasn't about longevity, but his acceleration was better than anybody's. Like a rabbit, bang, 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 and you couldn't do nothing about it.
No, he's unbelievable.
He broke Rod Woodson's ankle, and he never even touched him. Rod Woodson said, that man fucking took my season from me, and I never even touched him. They did the fucking double juke, and Rod went left, Barry went right, Bernie. So Rod went left, Barry went right, and then fucking Barry faked right again and went left, and just left Rod standing there, and boom, he hit the ground, grabbed his ankle, had him all twisted.
I wish I could reply to that. I'm going to say it out loud since I can't. But Lee had said that someone's attacking him on one of my posts about God, and he's being nice so far. Don't be too nice, Lee. It needs to start becoming uncomfortable to be one of these people that is just so certain in their beliefs that they want to tell everybody they're wrong, and especially the ones that want to tell you that there's no God and that you can't talk about God and you can't mention God because they don't know shit to really begin with. And them putting that out there as factual information, I try to correct them every opportunity I get. So don't be too nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but these days, if you express your feelings, you know, you're done. Like they'll call your job and shit and call you a racist and all this and that.
They'll dox the shit out of you. You're right.
Yeah. Yep.
No, it is. What's that movie?
It's what it is.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers or whatever, where they had that guy. Those people, they will narc the shit out of you.
Yep.
They will rat on their neighbors. You have too many people over for your family gathering, they will rat you out. That's how they'll do it. Through corporations and through your indoctrinated neighbors that will rat the shit out of you.
That's the CIA. That's the FBI. That's the alphabet agencies that Kennedy was talking about. That's your neighbors, your garbage men, the guy that sells you your shit at the clerk at the store. Those are the people that are in the secret societies. So what he meant by that, now I get it. I used to think that, okay, my neighbor's on the payroll. No, your neighbor is so indoctrinated that they will go ahead and bust you out for having too many people over on Thanksgiving, shit like that.
And they'll feel good about it. They'll feel like
they're like, yeah.
Oh, they did the right thing.
They're literally working for the secret societies, but they're not collecting a paycheck.
Yep, through virtue.
So it's hard, man. That's why we got to find a new platform. That's why Gab's looking like the platform. Gab looks like a mashup between Facebook and Twitter. I actually like it. I like the way it looks and everything.
I do too. I'm liking it so far. Like I said, it's having a little trouble. It'll fall out on you, and sometimes
that's what happens, though. That's what happens between 100,000 people every 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, they'll balance it out. They'll get it back to normal, and everything will be cool. So give it some time and be patient with it. But I think you're going to dig it. And they do have the streaming, which I like. It's paid service, but they have it.
Even better.
It is.
That's even better. Pay for it. Pay for everybody. Go there. Pay for it. They take donations. Give them donations. The donations they're bringing in is what's going to help them build bigger servers and be more independent.
Right.
Because with more, comes more. So it costs more. Everything costs more when you need more. So shit, just like us, like we're talking about. The shit we want to do to be able to stream on the website and then use that as the main and share that one out everywhere, because that way, if that shit gets shut down, we're still on the fucking main website and we're still live.
Yep.
And that shit costs money.
And you can come, you can hang out at your favorite.
It'll still be on Facebook. It'll still be on, yeah.
But if something happens, we have our home. That's what we want.
Yep. So that's why we're going to do the fill up my bowl with Weedathon on Sunday.
Empty Bowl-a-thon, yes.
Yes. And don't forget to check out the ShawnYankieShow.com.
RSVP'd already for the event. 20-something. I lost track. It was at 20-something this morning. And I just started inviting people yesterday. But invite people. That works best. To an event, invite. Like you're allowed to invite website? People. You can invite them in or tag them like by name, because we're suppressed to shit.
Is it on the website yet?
I didn't think of that, but you know what? I was looking at Drudge Report today and looking around, and a lot of his is just links. I could just put links to my shit as posts, or I got to figure out where to place them on the page. But
yeah,
I'm learning. I'll figure it out.
If Drudge was to go live, I'm sure they would be live on their own site.
Oh yeah.
That's what we want to do.
Right.
And then as far as Gab goes, I think that's going to be a really cool fucking place.
No, Gab seems to have a lot of promise. I like it so far. Like I haven't been exploring very long, but I so far give it my endorsement just based on what I've looked into. And
I haven't made an account yet. I'm going to do that.
CEO shares is great.
Yeah, and I like his the fact that he's just for open speech. That's pretty cool.
Okay, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, Greg, for just a second that you're being ironic, but marijuana does not kill brain cells. That's
I would love to see the research on that.
I would love to see it too. Like any medical information you could give me on that, because marijuana, cannabis is medicine, and it's a miracle plant and has thousands of benefits. And I would debate it endlessly. I am a medical marijuana patient. I use it as medicine.
I know
a lot of this shit that you've heard is myths.
Well, I know one thing that kills brain cells, and it's been proven, is that alcohol does. Alcohol kills brain cells permanently.
Yeah, and alcohol is readily available and very encouraged and pushed, and go and have a good time and drink up. But
I can say this:
an everyday smoker. I smoke every day, and it does not affect your brain or your memory.
I can say this, Shawn. If I'm having a bad day and I come home from work, and if I smoke 32 joints, I'm just gonna go to fucking sleep and eat something.
That's the worst thing that's gonna happen.
If I take 32 aspirin, I ain't waking up.
Now this is ridiculously stupid. This is the dumbest thing I've ever done. And I've been doing it for 30-something years. It's very encouraged. Every flavor you could ever want is on a wall every time I go to even buy gas. I've tried to quit before, but you cannot get away from these fucking things because they're everywhere. These are poison, literal poison. And that's what's funny is somebody will sit there smoking a cigarette, drinking coffee, and taking 3 or 4 different medications from the pharmaceutical industry, and they'll be like, your cannabis is killing brain cells. I don't think so, brother. Which one is that?
This one is Hank.
Hank? How you doing, Hank? How they doing, by the way?
They're good. They're getting big. Hank's getting fat. Hank's big and fat.
Have 3 cats, and all 3 have decided that they want to live outdoors. They don't leave the area, they don't leave the yard, but they come in and out, but they like to be outside. There's one that's fluffy, and I haven't picked it up in like a week. She's gotten fat. Oh my God, I picked her up because I thought it was all fluff. And it's like
Master P.
I was like, shit.
Is that Master P?
No, Pimp Nasty is he's kind of big too now, but that's Sassy.
Okay, all right.
Thick. And she's a runt, so she's not got a long body, so she's just real stubby. And I thought she was just fluff, but I went to pick her up. I was like, damn.
No, that's meat. Yeah, so be prepared, That's
okay, Greg. Oh, he makes a point. Let me tell you, this is a correction and a myth as well. You don't need to hold your breath. Your body is built to receive cannabis. You have cannabinoids all throughout your body.
He's right.
That holding your breath is a myth. And actually, people that think that increases your rush, you're only getting a rush because you're depriving your brain of oxygen.
You're right. And he's right.
It does not increase your buzz, and you don't need to do it.
That's why I recommend cannabis oil.
Oh, there's many ways to consume it. You don't need to smoke it at all.
The vape pen sucks, man. I mean, I like the buzz and shit, but the vape pen fucking kills my lungs. Yeah, it's probably killing brain cells too.
The vape pens, they're bad for you. They are. The oil is best probably. And how do you consume that, by the way?
I'll show you. Just like that. I tell you
how
what.
How long will a treatment last?
Oh, 4 to 6 hours.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What it does for me is this stuff here, within 30 seconds, my whole body's just fucking numb from the CBD. So you'll get that CBD rush for like half hour, 40 minutes, and then the THC starts to kick in. And that but
Lee wants to know if it's RSO oil.
Yes. Yep.
Right on.
Nice.
Is
on, Greg.
Is that homemade?
Right on, Greg. I wish I could grow again. I liked it.
I
We
want to
can grow in
grow.
Michigan, but I'm not like, this shit's expensive, man. It's expensive and it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort.
Is this Peep?
Yeah. This is Peep.
Oh, she is getting
She's the
big.
runt. She's the runt. She's so skinny. She's just a baby. Oh.
It's our mascot.
That is the mascot. That's Peep.
That's Peep.
Those of you that don't know, our group on Facebook is Yankee Peeps. Check it out. That's the group for the fans of the show. And that's Peep, the show mascot.
That's you, Peepers.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No, and Dana was saying earlier in the comments that, when we were talking about prepping, that you need to get pet food as well. Think of your pets. Don't forget them. Stock up on pet food.
Definitely. Make sure your pets are well taken care of. You never know. I mean, the last time that happened, when we had that blackout, it was the hottest 3 days in Michigan history. Still to this day, the hottest 3 days in Michigan history, and nobody had power. So if that should happen in the middle of February when it's 20 below, shit, you better be prepared. Literally. You never know. You never know. And it's a blink of an eye. Boom. Like we're driving and all of a sudden the whole world blacked out. And it was like, oh shit. And it didn't come back on for 3 days. And it was like, oh shit. Nobody was prepared.
No. And I think that this is something that we're heading towards. This is something that may happen. And the censorship is not just heavy here in the United States either. For those of you that think that maybe, oh, this is just special here. Like, I wanted to show you this thing. This is out of Russia. They are creating a database with resident salaries, vehicle information, and even their school results.
The easier way to say it would be a social credit score.
Mm-hmm. This is not just happening in Russia. Someone was saying yesterday, I think it was Melissa, that she thinks she has a social credit score. Trust me, you do.
You do. They're keeping tabs on everything you say.
We do this shit as well. We're just not open about it. We don't have a real media. Nothing gets exposed. So this is being shown in Russia. It exists here.
Oh, yeah, it exists.
Oh, yes. No, this is crazy. And the mentality of the people that are supporting it like this. Meghan McCain says that the MAGA terrorists of the Capitol riots should be sent to Gitmo and fed dog food.
If you keep out the inflammatory remarks and keep in the important words, then I agree with her. Yes, everybody for the riots throughout the summer. Oh, yeah, these people should be fucking prosecuted all the way through. I'm talking from April all the way up until the fucking.
I hope you're talking about this guy and people like him, the paid instigators.
Yes. Yep. That they should get down to the bottom of that shit. That shit, they were burning down fucking Portland, Wisconsin, Minnesota. This is real shit. Real shit. New York got burnt down like 3 fucking times, and they never even talked about it for a second on the news.
But these are infiltrators. There's well-meaning people that got pulled into it, but it was paid infiltrators, paid instigators that did this.
They always start out as well-to-do. And like Helen brings up all the time, during the daytime, they're not riots. During the daytime, they're protests. And when the sun goes down, they turn into riots. And it's 2 totally different fucking sets of people. The daytime people, they go home. And then the nighttime people, they arrive. It's almost like a work shift.
Oh, wrong one. This was a Florida man that stole the lectern, Nancy Pelosi's lectern. I loved it. It was a Florida man. I just wanted to show you because it was a Florida man.
It had to be Florida man.
Awesome. That's awesome.
And then, like in 10 years from now on the same show, we'll do the Florida man thing and we'll be like, which one is real? Let's see if people can
The
figure
guy
that one
from
out.
Florida stole a lectern from the U.S. Capitol, and everybody will be like, "That's got to be fake. There ain't no way that's real." No,
Why would he be in the U.S. Capitol if he's from Florida?
yeah. How do you get all the way up there?
How do you get all the way up there? Do you walk?
This is creepy. It's off topic, but a Florida man was arrested for stealing human remains from a cemetery for religious practices.
Oh, Jesus. Give me a fucking break. Can you imagine how nasty that would be? How nasty of a
Two Florida
person?
men arrested for allegedly stealing
I would
human
like
remains from the
stinky feet.
cemetery in Mount Dora for their religious practices.
I don't
They
even like
faced 4 counts of disturbing contents of a grave and abuse of a dead body. I don't know what religion they are, but it's black magic, he says, that needs body parts to worship.
how bad do you think that smelled
Oh my God. Horrible.
when you cracked the seal?
Oh,
Oh, the freshness.
imagine how
When you crack the freshness seal,
Oh my God.
it ain't gonna smell like coffee, I can tell you that.
No.
That's gotta be nasty.
Hey, have you seen this with the armed protests apparently planned at all 50 state capitals leading up to the inauguration? Have you seen some of this? The propaganda pitch that they're pulling out? I've seen a lot of my friends that are in the Q circles have been sharing me like pamphlets and promos for protests. And dude, this is a fucking trap. If I'm Admiral Akbar, I'm screaming it from the rooftops.
Yeah.
Stay away from these.
Do not go to these. Do
I
not.
really believe this is a trap.
Yeah.
They
It
are
is.
laying a trap with these. Again, like the January 6th stuff. They've been seeing it coming forever. They're pre-planning this shit, and trust me, it will be infiltrated and steered. So if you're going to one, I would recommend against it. Now, a lot of people are realizing that they're traps, but that's what I feel they are.
It's a trap.
It is. What do you think about Bitcoin dropping?
It's not even worth.
Oop, I took you out. Sorry.
I didn't even know they dropped Bitcoin. What do you mean?
Bitcoin has apparently dropped 20%.
Really?
Yeah.
You would think right now would be a time.
New news this morning. I saw that. I didn't look into it deeply, but it caught my attention because I was like, wow, 20%. That seems large. But I think they just went up by a lot too. So it might just be settling.
I'm sure that's going to fluctuate.
You're right.
When you're talking about digital currency. And what are they backing on?
What digital currency? What currency do you think we'll end up with? What will the new world currency be? Do you think?
I think it'll be the bank. Well, the bankers own everything, so you'll still have banks. And what it's going to be is it's just going to be numbers in your account, in your bank account, and your cash is no longer going to be used. I think everything's going to be numbers on a screen.
And that will be the digital card, the digital ID card that we all have. It'll all be rolled into one thing.
Yep.
And you'll get your
Everything will be
UBI.
digital.
Yeah.
Yep.
As long as you're vaxxed up and everything, you'll get your UBI.
And that'll kill small businesses too, because there's a lot of small businesses that pay employees cash money on the side.
Mm-hmm. It will hurt a lot of people. It will hurt a lot of independent people that pay that way and do that kind of like freelance people that work for that kind of stuff as well, not just business owners. Yep. So no, they want to cripple independent people though. That's what they want.
Oh, it goes all the way back to Blockbuster Video.
Blockbuster Video.
Yeah. When Blockbuster Video came out, Best Buy came out at the same time, and they were owned by the same corporation. And what their means was to come out and charge less than market value for their products. So what they did was they used the trickle down. Remember when they brought in trickle down? Well, they used the trickle down tax loopholes to their advantage, which they still do to this day. And what they do is they charge less than market value for their product for 364 days a year. On that last day of the year, it's called Black Friday, which is literally they're selling junk from 3 and 4 years ago or stuff that's new for 5 times the amount of what it's worth. And that's where they make their money back. And if people fucking stop shopping on Black Friday, they would put a lot of big businesses out of business, because that's where they rely on their spending cash for their mansions and all that shit. But their business itself is paid for through the tax loopholes, and they actually end up getting money back, which is what we call corporate welfare. And they'll get that corporate welfare because they can show a loss for 364 days a year. And that puts out small businesses out of business, because if I own a small business, I'm not getting these tax loopholes. I'm not getting none of that shit. I got to pay my employees. I got to pay, and I got to charge 1 to 2 times that product's worth in order to survive. And nobody's going to buy my shit for 2 times more than what they're going to pay for at Walmart or Best Buy. And that's where it all started. And Best Buy, literally, that was their whole objective, was to put small businesses out of business, to suck in all that business. And it was Blockbuster, and it was fucking, and Blockbuster, they're to blame too, because they went from selling straight up movies and shit. And there used to be people, independents used to deliver movies to your house for like $2 a movie, shit like that. And then Blockbuster came out, and they ate up all that business. They sucked it up, and it was gone. All the independent movie, places, they were just done overnight. Boom.
Well, Amazon's doing that right now
With
and
books
they're
and
using
shit.
the pandemic to assist them.
With books too. Amazon's doing book burning. At the same time, they're putting bookstores out of business.
I want to go to Ron's compound. Ron says if they come to his compound, they'll get dealt with appropriately. Ron's my badass. I got to go there and get protected. But Babels wants to be roam the land, I think. She wants, I think she's got it in her head. She's going to be Carol from The Walking Dead because she's such a badass. She thinks she's going to be just fine. She doesn't want to get ready. She doesn't want to prepare. Doesn't want to do anything. Even my son is like, Mom, we need to get a weapon, a gun, something, some way to protect ourselves.
Shotgun.
We don't need nothing. I'm a badass. Oh, yeah, you are. Okay. And I'm good with my hands too, but we need some kind of protection. We need to be prepared and ready, I think.
Yep.
I've never wanted a gun before, but I do now.
I got a pit bull and 2 kitties.
The pit bull is a living, breathing gun.
Yeah.
Even your sweet one would defend you to the death.
Yeah, she's not so sweet though if you're not like in the house.
Oh, they're very protective.
Yeah.
Pit bulls are amazing dogs that get a bad rap.
Well, they're the what they used to call them back in the day. The nanny dog.
They were nanny dogs. Oh yeah. They're very caring, very protective. They've been given a bad rap because of bad owners. There's no such thing, I don't believe, as a bad dog. There's bad owners.
So, what did I want to talk to you about today?
Idaho.
This is huge, Shawn. This is where it starts. Now, I said this the last week's show. Eventually, there's going to come a time where we're all going to laugh. And 5 years from now, we're all going to laugh and say, I don't even remember my password to get into Facebook, like we do with MySpace.
Mm-hmm. It's coming too.
It's starting right now. Well, let's talk about Idaho. This is huge. This is an entire state that is not allowing Facebook or Twitter to whatever. You're like, just like they did with Parler. You can't, the same shit. They're kicking Twitter and Facebook off of their internet servers.
The company says it's an internet provider in Idaho has blocked Facebook and Twitter. And their statement is, our company does not believe a website or social networking site has the authority to censor what you see and post and to hide information from you, stop you from seeing what your friends and family are posting. And this is why, with the amount of concerns, we have made this decision to block these 2 websites from being accessed on our network.
This is huge, man.
That is huge.
This is where it all begins. They want to kick everybody else off.
Well, I guarantee you this isn't fucking Comcast.
No, but it could be like it could be like a WoW. Around here you have WoW, and you're talking millions of fucking subscribers.
Yeah. That's great though. I love seeing something like that because that's the only thing that sends a message.
And more is going to follow suit. That's just the start. It starts somewhere. So more are going to follow suit.
That is big.
That is. That's huge. I love seeing that shit.
Tanya says that all short-haired dogs get a bad name.
They do.
I didn't ever think about it like that. Or maybe
Yeah,
she was
they
talking
do.
about something else. Oh, allergic to. She's talking about allergies.
Oh,
I get
but she's
confused
right though. Think
sometimes.
about it: short-haired dogs, Dobermans, pit bulls,
Mhm.
Chihuahuas.
Chihuahuas, though.
They
They've earned
deserve
their
that shit.
reputation.
Yeah,
They are
they
little
deserve
badasses.
that. They deserve that shit.
Hey, I want to
They're
say
fucked
hi, though,
up.
real quick to Kilo. Kilo, we are on the Shawn Yankee Show on YouTube now. That's our new home. I haven't seen you over there. I don't know if you knew about that, but we got banned over there for a week, and we're back on our old home. But we got banned here, too. That's why we ended up over there. But that's where we've been, and I'm happy to see you. I wanted to say hi.
Gia.
I haven't seen Kilo in a long time. Kilo's been with me all the way back to the Daily Burn. Remember that?
Gia. Yeah. Oh, you need to put on the screen ShawnYankeeShow.com and leave it on there.
You mean that?
Yeah.
That banner?
You didn't need to,
You don't
you,
like-
you didn't need to put you didn't need to put all that in there. I mean,
You don't
you
like
could just
all of
put-
that? It's too much?
you can just put the ShawnYankeeShow.com and then like have it right up there, like underneath where the live is, and have it
Oh,
permanent.
add it to the border, you saying?
Yeah, and have it permanent. That's what the big boys do.
Hmm.
But you want it permanent so you can still do the comments on the screen.
Melissa wants a miniature pig.
Mini
I thought that would be cool. You know what I would like a pig.
pig. Those are cool.
David said no. A pygmy goat.
That would be sweet too. I want a fucking
Right?
goat.
I need a goat.
But you have to have two though, because they have to have friendship. Because they're like cats. They fucking go crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you mean something like that? But that's very big.
That's too big. I'm saying something small, like where the Morning
Big.
Yank is.
No, it can't be too big.
Something like that size, like the size of the Morning Yank up there in the corner.
Yeah, I'll
And
make.
they're like right,
I know what
and then
you
right
mean.
below it too.
Right, I can do that. It's easy.
Do that on all the shit.
We're gonna be fancy as hell coming up.
Fuck yeah.
I'm learning this. I'm learning the website. We're getting all kinds of tools and toys, and that's what we're having a fundraiser for on Sunday.
The
So
empty
everybody come
bowl-a-thon.
back for the empty bowl-a-thon, the Shawn Yankee Show empty bowl-a-thon. Me and Paul from this show are going to be hosting a marathon of conspiracy theories and chill videos. I'll probably add up some best of rants and best of this and that. We'll hang out and have a good time. Probably play some games, and we're going to raise money for our new home, the Shawn Yankee Show. That is our new home, and we're going to raise this money so that we can be streaming there and our video content can live there. And to do that, we have to upgrade and get some plugins and packages that we need. And we're raising the money on Sunday. So if you can come back and support it, share it out, participate, anything, any help at all with our fundraiser this Sunday, I would really appreciate it. And then another big event with the shows is the 200th episode of the Shawn Yankee Show is the 19th of January. We have an event set up for that as well. And I'm going to get links to those on the website, get them up too, so that people can, from the website, can find out about
everything.
Well.
Fuck social media. Everything should go on the website first, and then social media second.
Yeah.
Your
I'm
website
starting
is your social
to
media.
post like that. Like I'm starting to, I'll start to post them on Facebook, and I'll be like, fuck that. I'm going to make a blog. I'm going to make a blog post on the site, and then I'll share that.
Yep, that's the way to do it. Your website is your social media network now. So fuck.
Oh, it
Facebook.
is. It's going to be off the chain because I'm obsessive compulsive, and I am obsessed with it. I can't pull myself away. Very fascinated with getting that thing running and going. And I'm glad that it started clicking for me because at first I thought I wasn't going to be able to do it. I'm going to be real honest with you. I was very frustrated. I felt so stupid. I was like, it hurt my head. So for anyone trying it out, stay determined. You can get through it when you run into these hurdles if you keep going. because I got knocked down. I went to bed, woke up 12 hours later, but I went right back at it, plugging away. Got right back.
Put it on screen. Put it on screen and scroll it for a sec.
The website?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll look around.
While we talk about it
here, because I was going to show you this article anyway, but
go back to the home.
Let me go to the home. But this is the home page.
Now, eventually, what we want to do is the reason for the bowl-a-thon is right where it says the Shawn Yankee Show right there. It'll be if we're live, that'll be live. And no matter what happens, they can take us off any fucking platform, but they won't be able to take us off the main hub. But you got to have a hub, and that shit costs money. Costs a lot of fucking money.
So that's what we'll be doing is raising money for that. But support us. Like, go over to the Shawn Yankee Show. Kick the tires. It's our new home. So look around. Seriously, like go in and like and comment. Any of that. All interaction is good, and we need your support. We're growing a new independent media site for you guys, and it's important to support that. So go over and check it out. Anything, and come to our event to raise money and support it, to help us raise the money we need to get this off the ground, because this is going to be a fantastic home for us. I'm excited about it.
Oh yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for independent media.
But I'm still growing it. It's just got, it's got the blog right now basically, and but I've been posting to it. It's got a lot of stories up. It's got 11 posts already in 2 days. That's been working my butt off on it. So check it out. You'll find something you like, I'm sure.
Nice.
But this is what it looks like so far. But it will eventually have video, like he said, streaming and all of that. That's what we're building towards. And it will be interactive and cool. I even want to find a way to get some kind of chat set up so that we can have a communication in there in some way, some kind of forum or message board, But yeah, I see it as being our hub. That's exciting. But yeah, come back for that on Sunday, because we're going to have a good time.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Not only will we be begging, we'll be putting on a good show.
Oh yeah, it'll be fun.
Oh yeah,
we gotta get some clips though of those, like the Biden interviews, and we gotta clip those out. That shit's hilarious. And we gotta do the Trump Biden debate, especially.
I want to have back on. We haven't had on forever.
Especially the poem at the end. Remember the poem at the end when they both did a poem at the end of their debate? That was amazing.
Great. And then Billy Mays.
Billy Mays.
Do you remember Billy Mays? We never talk about that. That was great. When Billy Mays.
I do. I remember Billy. He came in and he hooked us up with some guests and shit.
We were having a lot of stars for a little while there, and I think we need to get back to having some more guests. But that was back when you were getting your hair done a lot.
Yeah. I needed the shampoo.
Yeah. So you missed a lot of it anyway. So, but I hope you caught it, because a lot of times you missed out. You were walking your dog or doing your hair.
No, I don't watch this dumpster fucking fires of a show.
Can't be bothered, right?
No, fuck that.
But I feel like there was something we were going to get to that we didn't get to.
Huh.
I don't
Sharks,
know what it is.
maybe? Sharks?
What?
Sharks?
Sharks are cool. What about turtles?
I like turtles.
I know you do. What's your
It's
favorite?
in my bio.
Do you have a turtle?
I like the green ones.
The green ones? The green ones are good.
I like the green ones. I like it. Oh shit. Yep. So I think I'm gonna get off here. I need to go and get some prep material and shit.
Is that what you're doing today? I got some stuff I gotta do today too. I gotta fill this jar up today, hopefully. Because it being empty is really bumming me out.
I got a whole new bottle.
I need some of that. I need
making my own.
Gotta live my dreams.
Making my own Rick Simpson oil.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you get out of here then and get your prepping supplies, but everybody needs to do that. Get ready. And like he was saying earlier, he had tips earlier for $50. How to best spend $50.
$50. Just
put pet food on your list.
Yep. Just get ready. You never know.
All right. Well, I'll see you later, Top Fan. And the rest of you guys, I will see later at the Shawn Yankee Show. But you have a good day, Paul. and you guys have a great day. We will be back next Tuesday morning for the next episode of the Morning Yank. And thank you guys for joining us. Please share this out. Like I say, all the time we get most of our views after the live. So get it out and get it seen, and check out the ShawnYankieShow.com. I will see you later on tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern for the Shawn Yankey Show and tonight's motivation night. So join us later. Have a good day, y'all. Bye.